He is in his second year as the full-time quarterback of the Philadelphia Eagles on the Mercedes-Benz Vans phone line. He's Jalen Hurts. How you doing, Jalen?
I'm doing well. I appreciate the intro.
Of course, the intro is all worthy. You are all worthy of that. Let me ask you, how are you a different quarterback now than on the day you were drafted into the NFL, Jalen?
Man, it's crazy, Rich. When I think about that question, I just think about the constant growth. Since the day my name was called to be a Philadelphia Eagle, and I've kind of had this mindset of just chasing progress. Since I arrived, to Alabama, to be honest, and I feel like in every year I've played, every year I've gotten an opportunity to gain some experience, and I've just grown, and I became more knowledgeable as a player. I became more in tune with my fundamentals and the details of the game, and I think that's the same thing that has kind of happened since I've been in the NFL. And I think the beautiful thing is there's always so much more to learn. Every game, there's always a new takeaway. There's always something else you feel like you can take steps on. So, just being consistent and staying true to the process of growing, and always being my biggest critic has allowed me to really just take steps consistently.
What's your biggest takeaway from the Week 1 win in Detroit, then, Jalen Hurts? What's that?
I think for us, being in the environment we were in, first game. Just playing cleaner as an offense. That's one thing that we've kind of challenged everyone to do, being on the same page and operating the way we want. You know what I mean? And it all starts with me. So I've challenged myself and the people around me. So we're looking forward to the opportunity on Monday night.
Do me a favor. Talk me through how you challenge those around you, Jalen Hurts. Because that speaks to obviously leadership and I know I spoke to you before you got drafted in the months before the draft, weeks before the draft, and I said, tell me who's somebody, what they're going to get in Jalen Hurts when they draft him. You said, you're going to get a dog. You're going to get a dog, and you're going to get somebody who wants to be a leader. So now you are that guy for Philadelphia. Walk me through, how do you challenge others there?
I think there are all different types of leaders, and everybody has their own way of leading. But I think the thing people have to realize about leadership is people lead because their peers let them lead. And I've just, tried to lead by example, gain the respect of my teammates. So when I do have something to say, it's heard. We can go out there and kind of do what we need to do. I think as a football team, we've preached a standard this whole entire offseason, and it's been an emphasis of declaring the standard and executing the standard, and that there only rises. It only rises. So we just want to chase that standard and chase progress, chase growth, and I just do that by being who I am in terms of leadership.
And how does Nick Sirianni feed that for you? From, I guess, wearing a T-shirt with your face on it and all right. And what else? What else?
Yeah, he's a great guy. He's a great coach. He's very passionate about the game. He loves hard workers. He loves the ground himself. He's a guy. He's so locked in on the details. He's always searching for something else to help us out as a football team. So he loves his players. He's a great coach. He's a great coach.
Jalen Hurts here on the Rich Eisen Show in advance of taking on the Vikings to wrap up week number 2. So we spoke moments ago about hearing your name called when you became a Philadelphia Eagle on a draft night. Where were you on draft night when you heard A.J. Brown was becoming an Eagle? Jalen Hurts, where were you?
I was on the phone with him.
You were? You were? Okay, walk me through that one a little bit more.
I was on the phone with him, and we were just making sure everything happened according to plan.
Then the plan was that he was going to become your teammate on that night.
Everything happened the way it was supposed to.
So what happened? What was the conversation like? What can you share for me from that conversation when that happened?
I keep it in house. I'll just say everything happened the way it was supposed to.
Okay, and then
he's been a great addition.
I should say so.
A lot this year.
I should say so. I mean, you targeted him a baker's dozen times, Jalen, in week 1, and boy, did you guys seem to be already, as the football phrase, on the same page. What did you do in the ensuing months leading up to the season to get there?
Yeah, I think just a grind in the off season. We've always kind of had a similar football intellect, being friends for so long, and being on the field now, kind of having an opportunity to display the work we put in. It's been fun, and we just want to continue to build on that, and as an offense, build on it. But I think it all starts with the throwing sessions with the receivers in the off season, and the workouts with the receivers and the tight ends and everybody, just the whole entire grind. I think that's been a testament to everything. So we just want to continue to grow in it.
So if I had to measure the chip on shoulders in Philadelphia, who's got a bigger chip, you or A.J. Brown? Jalen Hurts.
We all ride together in these parts.
Mm-hmm.
We all ride together in these parts.
Well, I'm just
we all have each other's backs.
I'm sure you do. I'm just saying, for your journeys from the SEC to the current present day, is what I'm saying.
And in terms of what? Maybe I'm confused.
No, just in terms of, like, he's got something to prove. You clearly have something to prove, and I'm wondering who's got a bigger chip on their shoulder. That's what I'm saying on that front.
Look, I think it depends on who you ask, I guess.
I'm asking you.
I say me. He'd say him. So,
I bet. Did you ever cross paths on a Saturday? Clearly not on the, not against each other, but I'm assuming you might have been around Mississippi State versus Alabama back in the day. No? Or Mississippi. Ole Miss versus Alabama back in the day.
Yeah, I actually have a funny story for you.
Okay.
So we're playing Ole Miss my sophomore year.
Mm-hmm.
The previous year we came back, went to Oxford, came back. I got knocked out right before halftime. I got right back up, and then we started coming back. It was 24 points, I believe, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
A great game. Ended up coming back and winning. Next year, Oxford, Ole Miss comes to Tuscaloosa, and this is a primetime game on Saturday night. And they want their revenge. They're rolling on the offense. Ole Miss is. It's a highly anticipated game. And I'm talking to AJ all week. Now, usually I don't talk to my friends during game week. But I'm talking to AJ all week, and he's like, "Yeah, man, I don't think they're gonna play me. I don't know if I'm gonna play." I'm like, "Dang, well, get better. As a friend, get better. Take care of your body, do what you gotta do." Now, in the back of my mind, I know this guy, and I'm like, "There's no way this guy's not gonna play." So Saturday night comes,
mm-hmm.
and, skilled players run off on the field for pregame warm-ups from Alabama, my guys. We run out on the field, and I'm tossing the ball around. We're warming up. And out of the right tunnel from my view in Denny Bryant,
mm-hmm.
AJ comes running out with his arms out wide, kind of, I don't know. It was a scene, but he comes out running, hyped up to the music. They're playing Jay-Z. Allowed me to reintroduce myself, and I think that's a funny story. So he comes out and he ends up playing in the game. So
of course he does.
I see him running out the tunnel, and I'm like, oh, well, look at this guy. He lied to me. Okay. And then I think we beat him 60-something to 3 years.
Yeah.
A lot to a little.
You beat the brakes off him is what you did. Yeah. Well, and now your teammates. Isn't it amazing how things work in life, Jalen Hurts? It is.
It is. And I always say everything always happens the way it's supposed to. That's through the joys. That's through the pains. That's through everything, And definitely excited about what we're doing. We want to build on it.
My colleague has the final score. Chris Brockman, what was the final score of that game?
Jalen, you're close. It was 66-3.
Yeah, there you go.
66-3. There it is.
66. Well, so I guess maybe he has the bigger chip. I don't know. Certainly. But now here you are hooking up. So you're hearing the conversation, I'm sure. The Cowboys have Dak down for a while. You and the Eagles are 1-0. You got yourself a huge opportunity in front of you, and this year your division to win or lose. What do you say to something like that, Jalen Hurts?
Yeah, I don't make it about anybody else. You know what I mean? And I think that's what I preach to my teammates. I preach it to the coaches, and I remind myself that it's all about what we do. We don't worry about external factors. We control what we can. And I think if we can just continue to control the things we can control, play the type of ball we want to play, everything will work itself out.
Okay.
We just got to control what we can.
And how much better do you think this team can get on offense? You accounted for 73% of the offense in Week 1 against Detroit. What is the challenge against Minnesota, and how much better you can get?
Well, I think they're a great football team. They have a great offense. They have great players on offense. They have great players on defense. I mean, at every position, I feel. So it'll be a big challenge for us early in the season. It'll be a big challenge, and we just, like I said, we have to prepare all week, understand our assignments, understand the techniques of everything, and go out there and play ball. But we're definitely up for a challenge.
All right, Jalen Hurts. I'm mandated to say this because I can't go home otherwise. My son Cooper, he's 11. Do you know what the name of his fantasy team is? Here it is. Here it comes.
Hurts so good?
It hurts so bad. That's what it is.
I was close, huh?
It was. Yeah, you've heard the "it hurts so good." You've heard that one before, right? You've heard that one before. But his team name. Actually, hold on a minute. I'm wrong. It hurts too bad. That's what it is.
Too bad.
How about that? TOO bad.
How about that?
Yes.
How about that?
And because he's a smart kid, and also may have had his dad to his right drafting. He's got Jalen Hurts. He's got Justin Jefferson, but he's got Jalen Hurts as his quarterback and A.J. Brown as his other wide receiver. What do you think about that? What do you think about that? No pressure. No pressure. But
hey, tell him I appreciate him now.
You got it. He's got your back. He's watering and fertilizing his fantasy team with the two guys.
There you go.
So there you go.
There you go.
Jalen Hurts, thanks for the time. Really appreciate it. Good luck. Look for more of my phone calls. Always enjoy chatting with you. Best of luck Monday night and throughout the season. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you, Rich. Always a pleasure.
Right back at you. That is Jalen Hurts, quarterback of the Philadelphia Eagles, right here on The Rich Eisen Show.